Can't get enough of that today. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary. I'm here today to do the weekly reading for the sign of Sun sign Scorpio for the week of November 12th through to the 18th. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's get right into the shuffle. And today's smudge was just a beautiful... I had received another package from a member of Bay of Fundy Fortunes from Colorado, Sue Chisholm. It sent me a whole new, fresh supply of her homegrown and homemade smudge sticks of the blue Colorado blue white sage is what it is. It's heavenly. She sent some homemade jams or jellies as well. It's just fantastic, and even some purple Hershey's Kisses. Thank you so much, Sue. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing. I have a couple of sticks hanging behind me. Here, two there and two there. They're amazing. She does amazing, amazing work. I've posted on Facebook as well. Pictures and whatnot. So we want the week for Scorpio. So what's up with you Scorpions? I don't want to see that damn Vortex card turn up in your reading again. I shouldn't have said that. I swear when I say things, I make them happen. Except I want to be dealing out $100 bills in front of me. That never works for money. It never works for money. Beautiful day here in Chance Harbor today, guys. It's just gorgeous. Tide's up and high, very quiet. There's no surf. It's nice because it's been crazy the last 3 or 4 weeks. Every tide has brought a very, very powerful surf in with it. And today everything's all blue and green. The trees are bare. To look out the window, you would think that it was an early spring day. Early spring. Just look, there's just something spring-like about today. I can see all the way over the village and the little country church that sits over there as well. From here now that the leaves are off the trees. But I want to know what's going on with Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio? Bring us messages for Scorpio. And we thank you for these messages that you're bringing for them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm doing something a little different lately. When I feel that it should be your cards here, I ask Pendulum here first. If these are your cards, should I continue with the shuffle? You guys won't be able to see it. Spirit, are you here? Yes. Are these the weekly cards? The top 3 cards, are they the weekly cards for the week of November 12th through the 18th for the sign of Scorpio for this general reading? This is for the sign of Scorpio. The top 3 cards as they sit for the weekly predictions. I'm getting yes straight through. There's no no's. Yes, completely. Thank you. You may stop. Thank you. All right. I can get its little satchel here so it's kept comfortable. Thank you. All right, guys. These are your cards. Please, can we refrain from Scorpio or the Vortex paying us a visit? I really don't want to see it. Okay, so for the beginning of your week, Scorpio, 7 of Wands, and it represents endurance. I'm all thumbs here. Endurance. Don't look at my hands. They're a flipping mess. I've been doing what around the house, so. Oh, okay. So the middle of the week, 6 of Pentacles, represents generosity. And your last card is the 10 of Wands, responsibility. So we're starting out with, and it's starting and ending with wands or staves or staffs or sticks or whatever you want to call them. Okay. 7 of Wands, endurance for the beginning of the week. I just heard that whatever's going on for you at the beginning of your week, we're talking Sunday, Monday, Tuesday kind of a thing. And the intention behind these dealings are always to have them interconnect, to have the flow there for the week. This has already begun before Sunday. There's something that's been going on for some of you. So says tarot, like some kind of a dispute over territory is what's going on. when this card appears, and you're finding this, the resilience, the self-reliance to endure and stand your ground, and fight back. Um, this could be in reference to a relationship of sorts that you find yourself fighting for. Your integrity could come into question, and you're fighting for that as well. Above all, you must always fight for your integrity before everything else. Um, somebody has thrown blocks in your way. You had something planned. You had something. I just heard walking your path, and feeling it was your right to walk this path, whatever that is. And somebody throwing things in your way, trying to stop you up. They don't want you walking it. They don't want you doing it. There's something there. But you're going to be on the defense. And you could so easily drop your integrity and just play dirty, is what I'm hearing. That somebody's thinking. I could so easily end this. But then I have to live with what I've done, but I know that I could. So maybe I should take some peace in knowing that I could and let it play itself out. That would be the best advice, is what I would tell you. You may also find yourself defending another person or even a group of people, speaking on behalf of a group of people, maybe promoting, but I feel more on the defensive side. You're defending a group of people in some kind of a situation. The advice to this card, communicate, okay. Communicate very clearly. Then once everybody's got all their cards on the table, and everybody's come clean, and everything's wide open, then the playing field has been leveled, and you are able to negotiate with either one other person or a group of people. There'll be negotiations going on, but everything has to come to the surface first and be wide open. There can't be anybody holding anything back. You may find, or you maybe feel that you feel the impulse to take the higher moral ground when you run into conflict, or you run into a wall or negativity, or the other side of things, standing on the opposite of where you stand. So you're being advised to do that. Take the higher moral ground. Hold on to your endurance as well. And your courage is going to be very strong. You're going to feel very, very right that this is the right thing to do. So your courage is stronger, and your endurance is stronger as well, and you'll hold out longer if you have the courage of your own convictions, whatever they may be for each of you. I have no idea, do I? But you will meet with success. Chances are, and the odds are in your favor. Keywords are defense and resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resistance. What did I just drop? I dropped something, fell. I'll have to get down on my hands and knees later. I have to look for it. Six of Pentacles in the middle of the week, and it's all about generosity. I'm hearing right off generosity of your patience, being very generous with your patience. This card sometimes brings forth. I get on camera and I can't talk. I don't talk like that. You know what I mean? When I'm not on camera, bring forth. Okay, bring forth. A gift of money, or a token of love, a token of friendship, somebody offering their support to you. So says Tarot. This money is also going to, I haven't seen this card in a long time. It's going to be feel-good money. Money that somebody's going to give to you, and it's money to do something fun with. It's something that's going to make you feel, whatever that is. It's not really meant for bills or getting you out of a hole, a financial mess, or anything like that. That's not really the intention behind it. But if you have a bill that's been weighing on your mind, and somebody gives you money, and that's going to make you feel good to pay the bill, but by all means, pay the bill. Maybe try to divide it up and save a little bit for you. But to do the responsible thing, to pay that off, you'll sleep better tonight, kind of a thing. You're going to be feeling genuine gratitude and looking at the sky and up at the universe and saying, I don't know what I did right today, but thank you for bringing that to me. Thank you so much for bringing that to me when I needed it. I really needed it. You may also, for some of you, may be giving of your time and effort to somebody else. And it could be you giving money away to somebody else as well, being very, very generous, extending that, and allowing somebody else to feel a lot of gratitude and a lot of joy because you reached out to them. We don't do it for any reason, right? But those are the steps that we go through, and usually that's a vibration that takes place. There's that interaction going on between two people, one giving and one receiving. And who's to say, just because, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I don't know if it's me or spirit at this point. I think it's spirit. but it's partly me, that poor people like to help too, and poor people, those living below the poverty line is what I'm referring to. They like to be generous, even more so than somebody that's in a really good position to be generous, and they're not. But if they get a chance to, there are a lot of people living below the poverty line that would jump in a heartbeat to give to somebody else, and they get to feel the joy of the giving, and the other person gets to feel the joy and the gratitude, and even the person that's doing the giving always feels gratitude for being in that position that they were able to give. So it's a full circle thing. This is a really great card. Either way, there's a lot of good stuff going on for you and with you and around you at this time. Just be sensitive to other people's feelings. So says tarot. Okay. You may have to help with a struggling friend, or even a favorite charity that puts a call out for help. Maybe your food bank has put a call out and said we're running short or something like this, or the blood bank and you give blood, this kind of a thing. Advice: receive any gifts that you may receive with thanks. And if giving, just give to somebody else or something else. Just the mere act of giving is a gift in itself. So it's not like you walk away empty-handed. Keywords are finances and gifts, balance, help, compassion, humility, and protection. This is a really nice week for you guys. It's not going to be boring. This is quite nice. I just heard solidity, solid and solidity. Huh. 10 of Wands, responsibility, come the end of your week to, it's midweek to end of week. Into your weekend. This is, when you see this card, the 10 of Wands, all about practical things in our lives, risk-taking, starting new ventures as well, throwing it all to the wind, saying, the hell with it, I'm going for it. There's that kind of energy around this card right now. This is the overwhelm card of the tarot. Overwhelming. There's too much to do and too much to think about, and some of you are feeling a lot of pressure from home and from work and all these practical things in your life, not the emotional things, not the spiritual things, but all the practical stuff in our lives. Somebody's truck's broke down in their driveway and they've got to get it back on the road because their livelihood depends on it in one form or another. These are practical things that can go wrong or they can go right in the run of our day. You're too absorbed in the details right now, and you're not really getting a very clear picture of what is actually needed for some of you, depending on your own personal situation that you're in. Somebody's not getting the full picture. All right. So you need to do a little bit more fact finding is what you need to do. You need to reach for more understanding, more compassion, as well as what I'm hearing. And you got to look at the bigger picture there as well, because you're too absorbed right now in details of everything. You're not seeing the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture and then look at the details that created the bigger picture. Do it in that order. Never forget about the bigger picture. Never. I'm being heard to emphasize that. There could be somebody out there for someone too that some of you may be suffering with. I just heard a funny word, but I'm not going to say it because it's not clean. But it's one of those itis, and it's like people getting too close-itis. People are just invading your spacey-itis. Those kind of people, they just take up all your room and all you feel so claustrophobic when they're around because they're always that far from your face. They can't sit on the goddamn other end of the table, drink their tea or their coffee when they're in your kitchen. They've got to be right on, leaning on you like this. I'm not talking people like I get animated, I get up, move around, and I lean and all that stuff. But I always remember there's personal space there. But some of you may be suffering with that. You find these people overwhelming. They never come up for air, just like I'm not right now. They never shut the hell up. And they're just there to hear themselves talk. And they're draining. There's always drama in their life. It's always the end of the flipping world, no matter what time of year, what day of the week. It doesn't matter. Whenever you speak to them, all hell is breaking loose in their life. But yet, here they are, 5 years later, and they're still drinking tea at your goddamn table, and driving you up the wall, and monopolizing your time, and they just drain your energies. Get rid of people like that. Let God do all the loving. I always say, God may love them, but I don't have to. You know what I mean? In spirit, yes, but here on terra firma, no. Get out of my house. I couldn't say that to anybody. I would never throw anybody out of my house. But you get what I'm saying. Get out of my life. Don't you need a vacation? I'll pay you to go on vacation for a month as long as I'm left behind and I'm alone, but there are people who drive you crazy like that. Some of you are experiencing that. That's just too funny. But that's what's coming out here. Just take care of your own needs first. Think of you first, because you know what? That person taking up all your time, what do you think brought their goddamn butt to your kitchen table? They're thinking of their own needs first. Oh, if it was me, they'd be saying, oh, I'll just go to Natalie. She's got lots of coffee and tea all the time. I'll just sit in her house. And I'll just vent all day long. You know, and that happens, right? But the advice of the card, all right, is to set boundaries. That's the first thing off the advice line. Set boundaries for yourself when it comes to these kinds of people in your life. This is going to reduce your stress, so says tarot. So you need to learn to say no to some people. Your keywords are overload, confusion, exhaustion, blocks, priorities, and pressure. And that, my dear friends, my dear Scorpions, that was your reading for the weekend. I hope they all go like this. Look how short and sweet that was. Oh, my goodness. And it was good. It was interesting, and there's a lot going on there for you guys. Anyway, I hope you all liked it. So if you're looking for me, you can always find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Yeah, I'm going to shorten it right down. You can find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, or walking on my beach down below, or you can find me on the Facebook group under groups, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. It's a closed and private group. Please join us there. It's a great place just to be. But you can always either find me right here, and if the wind dies down, I may do it later, and go for a nice long walk along my beach. And if you find me there, it's because I'm just waiting on the next high tide. Thank you very much for being here, and have an absolutely wonderful week, Scorpio. All the best to you, and happy birthday. Goodbye for now.